Hi, dear classmates and tutor. My name is Monica Tomatis. I'm studying Bachelor in English as a foreign language, and today I'm so glad to talk about the lesson number 4. How do words relate to concepts from the course Language and Culture? So let's start with the first fact. Here we have that says sounds and words are symbolic, are not intrinsic. Number 2. Each speech community has agreed on a different set of symbols, sounds, letters, images, to refer to the concept that they use to communicate. Okay, let's talk a little bit in a deeper way. The second fact says each speech community has agreed on a different set of symbols, sounds. It's not the same probably to say woof woof. This is a sound onomatopoeia woof woof in Spanish than in English. Okay, that is example of sounds. Letters. In Spanish, we use the combination of the words P, A, N to refer food. Okay, pan. That in English says bread. But the same combination PAN in English means something totally different. Okay, so this is what it says. Each speech community has different set of symbols. Probably the symbols, in if my brain is in Spanish, I'm going to think about pan, something to eat. But as I use my brain in the English language, I know what does pan means. The third fact says source use the term significant signifier to refer the symbol. Tree, the symbol of the tree, it's like the picture. And signify to refers to the concept. Okay, tree, it's a living thing. It's probably green or it comes from the nature. Source theory of the language. Here it says that we have the signifier, that is tree, and the symbol. We have bush, the signifier, and the symbol, and flower, the signifier, and the symbol. The signs represent space across the two languages. It divides differently the link between the signifier, the string of sounds we use to refer a concept, as I already explained, with the example of pen. They signify the mental model that concepts in our brain. When I pronounce the word, what does my brain think about it? What is the mental picture? And finally, I want to talk about the semantic space. This is about when someone says a word, people usually start thinking about the things that are around the word. For example, if I said here, if I say car, I'm going to think about a car, about a truck, about a motorcycle. So I'm thinking about means of transportations. This is the semantic space. Then I'm start thinking about an ambulance, and I know that the ambulance has a fire engine, so maybe there is fire in my house. The fire is red, apples are red, cherries are red, pears. Then I'm start thinking about the roses, violet, flowers, sunset, sunrise. This is a very good sample about semantic space, how our brain think about the things that are related to one to other. The other thing that I want to explain today is the words that they have different meaning in different kind of languages. For example, the word mouton in French is the same to mention the sheep, okay, and the sheep for food, the meat. But in English, they have different meaning. For example, here in Spanish we use the word coffee to refer the hot drink, to refer a bar or restaurant, and also to refer the color. I mean cafe. While in English they have different meaning. Okay. Also, another example is the word pan. I already explained it. And the word cuisine. In French, it is a verb, it is a place, and it's a person. Here in the English language, we use different words like cooked, or kitchen. So thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you understand in a better way this amazing topic. Bye bye, see you soon.